Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Skylish J, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Okay, we all about leveling up and getting ourselves together over here. So if that is something you are interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So today's video, I just want to come to you all with some tips on how to land any job that you want, okay? Any job that you want in 2024, okay? I know right now everybody's scrambling because of things that are changing in our economy and things that are changing with social media and content creating and all that type of stuff. So everybody is going back to work, okay? First, everybody wanted to be a content creator. Now everybody need to get them a job because the bills are not going to pay themselves, all right? We got bills to pay, we got kids to take care of, okay? So we need to be getting paid, okay? And that's on period. So I just came to y'all to give y'all some tips on how to land any job you want to, because coming from somebody who stay with a job, I know how to get a job, okay? And it can be any job I want to get, I can get because of these tips that I'm about to give y'all. So without further ado, let's get into tip number one. So tip number one would be your resume, okay? In case you did not know, when you apply for a job and you submit your resume and you automatically get back that sorry, we decided to go with other candidates email, like within a day of you submitting your job application, it's because whatever you had on your resume was not triggering the job's keywords. The recruiter or the job posting that was up, they have keywords that they are looking for in your resume. So if you automatically get that email back that's like, nah, I'm good, love, then it's something that's not right on your resume. You do not have the keywords that the employer is looking for. So a tip to help you bypass that is you need to get your resume together, okay? Because I done seen some of y'all resumes. I done seen some people resumes and I just be like, do you want a job? Like the most bland, generic, like something that you did in 2 minutes, okay, when you was half asleep. Get y'all resume together, okay? And your resume does not have to look cute. It does not have to be pretty. All it needs to have is the jobs, the most relevant jobs to the job you are applying for, okay? Do not put every single job you didn't ever worked at in your life on a resume, okay? Only put the jobs that are relevant to the position you are applying for, okay? Let me tell y'all something. What I like to do is the job that I'm applying for, I like to look at the job description and I like to kind of use what they put in the job description as if I had like a similar job. So say if I'm applying for a call center job, okay? I worked at a call center before, okay? So I used to work at X, Y, and Z. I used to be a call center agent. And when it comes to the description of what I used to do, I look in the job description of the job I'm applying to and I just reword it into my own words, okay? So that's another tip. Or what you can do is you could try to find the job posting if the job that you worked before, they're still hiring for that position. You can look it up, find the job posting for your old position and take that job description and put it in your resume, okay? Because there are certain keywords that they are looking for that you may not have, and that's why you getting automatically access denied and you're not even getting a phone call from anybody because your resume is ghetto looking and or your resume just don't have what it needs to have. It's not giving what needs to be gave, okay? So my next tip is when looking for a job, your best bet is to apply for jobs with big corporations or big companies. You know why? Because most of the time they are hiring in mass numbers. They're not just looking for 1 to 2 to 5 people to hire. They're looking for like groups of 30 people to hire like for each month. So you kind of want to be in that number, you know what I'm saying? You want to be in that number, in that budget that they have when they open up these job positions. So my recommendation for you, think of any big company that you could think of, like Spectrum, Comcast, Progressive, Capital One, Bank of America, like any big company that you can think of. I suggest that you Google like Bank of America careers and you apply to those jobs first, because most of the time those jobs are hiring in mass numbers, so it's a greater chance of you getting a call back and a greater chance of you getting an interview and a greater chance of you getting hired. Okay, another tip that I have for you all is when it comes to the assessment. So I figure that my niche is kind of like customer service call center jobs, but this applies to any job. Okay, so any job you apply to that might have an assessment that you need to take in order to be considered. Okay, with the assessment, especially when it comes down to those personality quizzes, you need to be answering them questions like you are the perfect employee, like you were sent from heaven, like you don't do no wrong. Okay, do not answer them questions truthfully. And I hate to say that, and I'm just being real with you. Do not answer them questions like based off your emotions, like, nah, I ain't about to be, I can't stand when somebody talk to me crazy. I'm gonna talk to them crazy back. No. Okay, you need to answer them questions like a robot. Okay, like a perfect customer service robot. All right, tell them what they want to hear. Okay, tell them what they want to hear. Okay, that's how you pass the assessments. Okay, and also let me get y'all hip. The personality portion of these assessments, they ask you the same questions 10 different times or in 10 different ways. It might only really be 10 questions that they're asking you, but they ask them in 10 different ways, so that's what makes the assessment 100 questions. Okay, so do not get tripped up because they do ask you the same questions over and over and over again, so you got to read them carefully and be like, this is basically what they just asked me. So that is another tip for you, because I know a lot of people who don't get past the assessment part. So the fourth tip that I have for you is to have audacity. Okay, have audacity. Do not limit yourself when you're applying for jobs. Okay, now granted, if you know that you ain't never been to college or nothing, don't be applying to be no doctor or no registered nurse or anything like that. Okay, you have to at least have some type of qualifications for the job. But if you feel like you reading the job description and you feel like you could do this job and it don't require you to have no bachelor's degree or anything like that you don't have, like something that can be verified like a bachelor's degree or a certificate or anything like that, go for it. Go for it, because you never know. And use the tricks in tip number 1 when it comes to your resume so that it can stand out, because I guarantee you once you get an interview, you could talk your way into a job. Okay, and that's all about having audacity. Okay, because that's one thing I could do. If I can get to the interview, I'm going to get the job. Okay, because I could talk myself into getting the job. Just give me the platform and I got you. Okay, just give me the platform and it's in the bag. All right, so don't be afraid to apply for jobs that you aren't quite qualified for, because you never know. Because let me give y'all a short story time. So I had applied for an HR job. Okay, I had applied for this HR job. I never worked in HR before, but I wanted to try something different. Okay, so they ended up inviting me to a job fair. So I went to the job fair. I put on my nice little blazer, and that's another trick too. Put you on a blazer when you go to interviews. Okay, show them that you standing on business. Don't be coming in there looking any type of way. Okay, put you on a nice blazer. Okay, so I came in there with a blazer on, and I was interviewing with the manager. She was looking at my resume and she was like, I'm so impressed about how you speak and how you present yourself. I think you'll be a good fit for a supervisor role. Mind you, the role that I had applied for was only paying like $15 an hour. But when she saw the way that I talked and I presented myself and I sold myself, she recommended me for a supervisor role where I wouldn't even be having to work that hard. And I was making a whole $8 more an hour. So let's get into it. So it's really all about getting yourself to the interview, giving yourself a platform so you can sell yourself. And it's all about just applying for jobs that you would never normally apply for, because you never know. It might lead you to a role that you really might enjoy that's paying you the big bucks, okay? The better bucks, okay? So yeah, that's a little story time. And last but not least, the 5th tip that I have for you all is to have faith, okay? Have faith. in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the Lord. Believe that the Lord got you. Okay? If you really, 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 really want a job, believe that you're going to get one. So don't be getting all discouraged when you're getting those emails back like we're looking at other people. Do not get discouraged, because the job that is meant for you will come. The Lord is ordering your steps, okay? Do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. You have to have faith. I moved to a whole nother state with no job at all. And within 30 days of me being here, I got me a job. Really, within 3 weeks, I was starting. It was my first day at the job. Went from having no job at all to having a job, because you have to have faith, okay? And if you really, really feel in your heart and you really have that desire that you want a job, you're gonna get one. Don't listen to these people online telling you that it's gonna be difficult to find a job, or nobody's calling nobody back, the job market is washed up, whatever else, like, you know, whatever else that they're saying, being negative Nancy's. When you have that type of attitude and when you have that type of mindset, of course you're not going to get a job, because that's what you're putting out into the atmosphere. But when you're like, I need me a job, I'm going to get me a job, I need to find me a job, you're going to find one, and you're going to find a good one, okay? You just have to have faith, and you have to have patience, okay? One thing about it is God is never late, okay? He's right on time. So don't ever doubt his timing. Don't ever doubt his timing. He gonna get you straight. But you have to do your part, okay? And that leads me into my next point, which is saying faith without works is dead. You can't just sit on your couch and just be like, well, a job just gonna call me out the blue, and you know, I'm just gonna get a job miraculously. No. When you are unemployed and you need a job, looking for a job is your job. Okay, so you need to be on the internet looking, searching every day. You don't have to spend 8 hours a day doing it, but you do need to spend some time every day applying to jobs, taking the time to tweak your resume to the job that you're applying for. Okay, you can't be lazy with it now, because looking for a job is a job, and you have to do your part so that God can do his. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. That was 5 tips on how to land any job that you want. And if you are specifically looking for remote jobs, I do have an ultimate remote job list that I will link down below in the description box that you could purchase for $4.99. It has over 30 remote jobs that are currently hiring as of right now, mid-March. So if you are on the look for a remote job, I did all the work for you, and I consolidated some good work from home jobs, honey. Some good work from home jobs in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so other people who are in need can take a look-see and see what it's hitting on. And I will see you guys next time.